You are now watching, By the Minute, where we highlight unsolved, unidentified and missing cases across the nation. Today we head to Tulsa, Oklahoma, to shed light on unsolved cases from the 80s. Tulsa, Oklahoma, known for its major impact in the oil industry, and coined as the oil capital of the world, would see a shift in the economy during the 1980s due to a decrease in the oil sector. Many people were laid off from their places of employment, while prices for oil continued to rise. During the 80s, crime across the nation would increase due to the crack epidemic. And many residents in Tulsa felt and saw the effects. On average, between 1980 to 1989 there were 294 murders a year. The city of Tulsa have made efforts in bringing awareness and seeking information that leads to justice, and today, we will cover some of Tulsa's unsolved cases from the 80s. August 28, 1980. A young man would open his apartment door, and on the other side was his killer. Police would be called to an apartment located in the 200 block of West Fairview Avenue, where they would find a man laying in the doorway of his apartment. At the scene, they would find Michael Huntley, 20. Michael was pronounced dead at the scene from 2 gunshot wounds to the head. Detectives in early news reports recall Michael's legs sprawled into the entry of his apartment, with the door open. Witnesses would not have been able to miss it. On the scene, Michael still had money. Detectives believe Michael opened his door and was shot by his attacker. That suspect has still not answered for their crimes, and may be in our very own community. June 19, 1981. A man would go missing after attending a party, and today, his whereabouts remain unknown. Ronald Kirby, 40, bachelor, and 20-year marketing manager, would attend a party in Tulsa on June 19, 1981. He told his family that he would be attending a party. Reports state that Ronald was presumed to be headed back to his Bartlesville home. Ronald would be reported missing, and detectives would begin their missing persons search. They would head to Ronald's job, where his co-workers described him as heavily reliable. Ronald would not miss a meeting, and would make sure to let someone know if he was ever running late. Detectives would get a lead that would take them to US 75, 2 miles from the Washington-Tulsa county line. At this location, they would find Ronald's car, a 1979 Oldsmobile Toronado, undisturbed. Detectives are unsure if foul play is the case, or maybe Ronald wanted to leave on his own accord. Ronald's sister remembers detectives stating, "The case would never be considered closed until my brother is found." Early in the investigation, detectives would get a lead from a trucker that stated he saw Ronald's car and another car or truck parked behind it. He recalls seeing both men getting into the vehicle behind Ronald's vehicle. Polygraphs were given to attendants at the party, but have not gathered any leads that help us determine if Ronald could be alive or if he left on his own accord. 10-mile radius search was done from where Ronald's car was found, but still, Ronald remains missing. If you have any information about Ronald Kirby, details of his disappearance, or potential whereabouts, his family has never stopped wondering where he may be. Please contact Tulsa County Sheriff's Office. November 15, 1981. A young newlywed wife would place an ad to sell her wedding dress. This sale would be the last time she was seen alive. Denise Palmer, 19, happily married wife, would be seeking extra funds for her and her husband's new home. She decided she would sell her wedding dress, and placed an ad in the Tulsa World newspaper. She would use her mother's phone number in the ad. Denise's mom would receive a call from a potential buyer of the gown on November 17, 1981, only 2 days after the ad was seen in the paper. Denise was excited and would head to her mother's house to meet the buyer. Friends and co-workers would offer to go with Denise, but she would head to the exchange alone. Denise would head to Sandusky Avenue. Her loved ones would not hear from her, and neighbors were sent to check on Denise's mother's home. At 12:45 p.m., neighbors would find Denise lifeless in a bathtub. Autopsy would reveal that Denise was strangled, assaulted, and drowned. The man was described as white male, 5'10" 6 foot, weighing 180 to 190 pounds, with gray and black hair, and a birthmark on his face. The suspect would drive a dark-colored 1972 to 1974 Chevy Impala. On the car was a chrome dealer deal on the left side of the bottom trunk lid. There may have been a CB antenna on the truck as well. At the crime scene, police would find blood, chewing gum and bodily fluids from the suspect. The fluids were unable to be processed due to not being stored correctly. Police do have worries that the suspect, in this case, may not be here, but someone may know who they are or have tips that can finally give Denise's loved ones long-awaited answers. If they are alive, the Tulsa community can receive long-awaited justice. The cases covered in today's episode remain unsolved. Someone you know may have tips that can get our victims justice. Share this video to help us get justice and build safer communities. By the Minute. This video was brought to you from By the Minute News. Subscribe to the channel to join our mission on bringing awareness to unsolved cases across the nation.